Good day. I'm your host today, voiceover Pete, at this tremendous Toyota TRD Performance Center powered by iBUYPOWER. And with us today is Anthony Alfredo. So Anthony, I'm just going to kind of ask you a few questions and tell me what's going on here. So how long have you been associated with TRD?
So this is actually my first year working with TRD as I'm competing in the NASCAR Driver Outdoors Truck Series, driving a Toyota Tundra. So now I'm working with TRD, and they've been doing a lot for me, providing all us racers that work with them a facility like this to be able to come train at, even play video games or practice on the simulators, which you've seen. It's pretty phenomenal what they've built here and established for us racers, and they really care about the program a lot, which not only means a lot to us, but it's really important for us to maximize what we do and make the most out of our opportunities.
From my perspective, this kind of a facility with this kind of setup, I've never heard of it. Have you ever heard of such a gaming facility like this?
No, definitely not. And I've always been a big gamer and into esports and everything since I grew up, honestly, before I even started racing. So the first time I came here and I came upstairs here and saw the whole gaming setup and the simulators and all the iBUYPOWER technology and computers, I was in awe. I was just like, I started drooling over everything. I couldn't wait to start using some of the equipment. So it's really cool.
Well, that brings up a good question, which is, okay, you're here, cutting edge equipment, big muscle. What do you then, as a racer, kind of expect out of this facility then?
Well, it's just so much for me to do here. Honestly, I could spend every day here and not even go to sleep, just have something to do every hour of the day. If I didn't have to go to class at college, I'd just be in here all day long. You know, I come train in the morning, do my post-workout recovery and any of that stuff, and then I come up here and I could play video games, which is great because I like to live stream and upload stuff to my Twitch channel and stuff, as well as my social media. So to come up here and be able to do it here and even practice for upcoming races on the simulators is super helpful.
Since you stream on Twitch, what is your Twitch link?
So my Twitch link is @Alfredo_plays, and my social medias are Anthony F. Alfredo. I have to throw my middle initial in there because my full name was taken. It was the only verified one, so that's how you know it's me.
You've been a year into the program roughly. How much do you travel?
I actually travel quite a bit, as you can imagine. This year I'm ranked 13 in the NASCAR Driver Outdoors Truck Series races, so just a few more than that weekends I'll be traveling, because I'll go to some of the ones I'm not competing in, just tag along with the team and try to learn and be on a radio. So if it weren't for my college work and college classes keeping me in town, I would be at every single race, you know, even if I wasn't competing. But that puts us at about 15 to 20 weekends a year traveling, and hopefully more in that in the future if I'm racing more. So you're on the road a lot, or on the plane a lot, I should say, but it's so awesome just because it's my passion and I love everything about it.
I love hearing your kind of commitment and discipline to make you the best you can be. So you're going to school, you're here training, in the races. What little free time you have, what do you do?
Honestly, the little free time I do have, I try to spend gaming or on the simulator, because that's something I'm super interested in and passionate about outside of racing. So obviously it's really important. College, education is very important. Racing, I'm trying to better myself on and off the track, which I can do in here, and that includes being on the simulator and practicing. But now that I've started up my Twitch channel, I can actually live stream when I'm practicing on the simulator or doing online racing. So the fans seem to love that. But I also stream some FPS shooter games, Call of Duty, Apex Legends, all those games, especially some of the newer ones. And I daily vlog on my free time as well, as long as I have kind of enough time in the day to film, because I do everything on my own, all my filming and editing. Upload to my YouTube channel, which is just my name, Anthony Alfredo.
How realistic is the simulator compared to being behind the wheel in the car?
It's super realistic. It's not, there's a few things that are different. Obviously you don't have the G-forces or acting on your body or the feeling through. We always say you can't feel it in your butt. That's just kind of thing you feel like through the seat, I should say. And it's true, you don't have that feeling. You pretty much feel everything through the pedals. But these simulators made by SimSeats and iBUYPOWER computers are super high tech, and the top of the line equipment, pedals, steering wheel, shifter. So everything feels super real, and it's the closest thing you can get to being in the real race car. So it does help a tremendous amount, because you're not able to go to the racetrack and practice or test very often.
How long have you raced for?
So this is actually my 5th year of racing stock cars, which isn't very long considering most of my competitors have been racing since they're about 5 years old and quarter midgets and stuff. And I've always been a race fan. That's how I got into it to begin with, being from Ridgefield, Connecticut, kind of on the border in New York. Nobody really watches NASCAR where I'm from. I just happen to be one of the few that grew up watching it. I was a Dale Jr. fan and had the opportunity to drive for his team a couple of years ago, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. For me, just a surreal experience to drive for the guy I looked up to my whole life. And now obviously the opportunity with Toyota Racing Development, and I've just been so blessed and I'm very fortunate, which I don't take any of it for granted, and I just try to make the most out of every opportunity I have because I know I'm very fortunate. Not everybody has those opportunities available.
So fast forward 10 years, what's this place look like?
I'd say it's just going to continue to grow. I wouldn't be surprised if it's bigger. There's more drivers training here, further on and off track things. And the biggest thing would be, hopefully in 10 years, all of us who are developing here now are Cup drivers, right? So
you're the old veterans now.
Yeah, that's what we want to be, right? We want to have long, successful careers, and hopefully at that point, we're kind of looking back on it, very thankful for this opportunity because it helped us get to that point. And we can also, I mean, one thing for me personally is I'd love to help young drivers at some point in my life do the same thing I'm doing. So I think we'll see that happen with this whole program and facility, just continue to do that.
Wow. Well, Anthony, I want to say thank you. What a privilege for me to be here, and I expect to see you have an epic victory royale. Thanks, Anthony.